Good afternoon. I'm here to give you the rundown on the short answer portion of the test you're going to be taking today. The short answer is exactly what it is saying it should be. It is a short answer, short and concise. And what we have done is we've given you three options to choose from. So when you get your short answer packet, notice that it's saying choose one of the three options. So we've given you guys some choice here on what question you're going to tackle. So short answer question number one is regarding the Articles of Confederation. So if you feel good about the weaknesses of the Articles of Confederation, we did a lot of work on that in class, you can go ahead and do this one. So here's what you do. So it's asking you to do three parts, part A, B, and C. So on your answer sheet, you're going to write part A, question number one, and you're going to identify and explain one problem or weakness with the Articles of Confederation. Okay, we went over tons of those weaknesses, why it was sort of a weak form of a national government. So you have to explain one accurately. Then you have to identify and explain one solution that was done when the Constitution was created, the new Constitution that replaced the Articles of Confederation. What was one solution to one of those problems or weaknesses? And then in part C, you're going to describe one concern that some people had with the new Constitution as it was written in 1787. So it wasn't perfect. It outlined the powers of the three branches of government, but it was missing something. What was it missing? And what were people concerned about? Think about the Anti-Federalists here. What were they concerned about? The scoring guide here tells you what you need to do to get a basic meets. You need to do exactly what it says here in part A, B, and C to its bare minimum of what it says, and then you will get a meets, a C. To get a B, you've got to give multiple examples here. So you're not just giving one example in part A, B, and C, but you're giving multiple, okay, and that will get you to an advanced. If you want a mastery, you have to talk about these things in what we call context, time and place. Why was there a problem with the new Constitution in the time and place? What were people arguing? Think about things like Bill of Rights. What were people arguing and concerned about when it came to the Bill of Rights and the Constitution? Why in the time and place that the Articles of Confederation was happening in 1781 through 1787, why was there weaknesses, and why were those weaknesses a problem for that time and place? If you want mastery, you have to be able to explain that contextual piece. Okay? And that's a pattern for all of these questions, no matter what you choose. If you want mastery, you have to explain the why. Why is it important? What's going on around the time and place to make that a particular issue or concern? Short answer number two deals with federalism. Okay, there's a national government and there's a state government. National government has powers, state government has powers. Some of the powers they share. So you need to explain one that only the national government has, one that only state governments have, and one that they share. That's the bare minimum for meets. Again, multiple examples of these things for advanced. And then if you can explain the why, the historical context of why the state gets certain powers. For example, why does the state get the power to govern sort of marriage laws in the state? Why is that? Or why does the national government get to raise and manage the armed forces? Okay. Giving answers to that will get you the context. Okay. Moving on to option number 3. This has to do with the Bill of Rights. Okay. There's a concern in this excerpt here that we looked at in class in Massachusetts, which is sort of the state that was founded on religious freedom. They are very much concerned that there's nothing in the Constitution to guarantee one's right to religious freedom, a right that many people value. So looking at that, you have to interpret that. What is Daniel Adams saying? What is he concerned about regarding the proposed Constitution? So you have to explain that. What does the above passage say about the United States, about how the United States gained ratification? What was that process like? Why did it take from 1787 to 1791 to make it official in all states? And why did so many Americans consider the inclusion of the Bill of Rights in the United States Constitution vitally important? Vitally being critical. So think about our discussion about the Bill of Rights, about John Locke's theory of the pursuit of life, liberty, and property, natural rights, and let that guide you if you choose this question. And again, here's the scoring guide. We'll guide you through how to move from meets to mastery. So there you have it. Remember, choose only one of these 3 options, and then write your answer in the answer sheet here. There's plenty of room here. You should not use this whole sheet for your answer, regardless of which one you choose, unless you write really big. A clear, concise, short answer can be done in about half or 3/4 of this page, and that should be it. Make sure you signify parts A, B, and C by writing A, B, and C. Get right to your answers. Do not restate the questions. Do not use bullet points in your answer, and you will do fine. I have the utmost confidence that you guys are going to do well on these. Good luck to you, and we will see you on Monday.